Pistons Live. Well, everybody, welcome into the show. Was not an easy one tonight for these Pistons, as they could not contain Victor Wembanyama the entire night. You add on other guys, too, along with that. De'Aaron Fox, I mean, that team created so many problems for these Pistons. They saw it the first go-around back in Detroit 10 days ago, and then now once again here tonight in San Antonio. So Pistons continue to struggle with everything that the Spurs were giving them tonight, from the three-point shooting to being able to get inside the paint. I mean, they really controlled everything on both ends. We'll head to J.B. Bickerstaff's press conference now to hear his post-game remarks.
J.B., just overall, what was the challenge they gave you guys defensively?
I mean, they're a good team. You know, when they're making shots at the clip, you know, they're making shots, especially to start the game. You know, they're difficult to guard. And, you know, this is great opportunities for us to play teams of this caliber, you know, get an opportunity, you know, to test ourselves, learn what we need to learn. And, you know, again, that's what this is for us. You know, this is a process for us. And, you know, regardless of what small success is, you know what I mean, we're always in learning mode. And tonight's a great night for us to learn, focus on the process, and then get better for it.
Just how much did it shift things when you lost Asar early? Just how did that kind of change the tenor of the game?
I mean, Asar obviously means a lot to us. You know, so what we're able to do defensively, what he does defensively, the impact that he has, obviously you miss. So we just had to figure out a way collectively to, you know, pick it up. And I thought we did it in spurts. But again, you allowed them to score 38 points to start the game. You're climbing uphill. It's not going to be an easy, you know, comeback for you.
Along those same line, with Asar going out, that means you had an opportunity to see more from Kevin Huerter. What did you like from him, or what kind of spark did he provide for you guys?
He's a good basketball player, and he's well-rounded. He can impact the game in so many different ways. You know, his ability to shoot the ball, his ability to make plays, attack the basket, you know, in the right spots defensively, came up with the steal. So great opportunity for him to get some minutes, you know, and kind of work his way to fitting in with the group.
Coach, in terms of their aggression on Cade from the jump, how impactful do you think that was to set the tone for them? And are there things you can do to kind of counter that in the future?
Again, they're a good defensive team. They got a lot of guys, you know, who can get up in you, put pressure on you, and then trust the fact that they've got, you know, that big behind them to protect them. So, of course, there's things we can do better. I take responsibility always for that. It's my responsibility to help create, you know, space, create opportunities for them. So, again, we'll watch the film, continue to work at it, and continue to get better from it.
First time Stu got to match up with Wemby this season, what'd you kind of like from his defense on him?
I mean, Stu's an elite defender. You know, obviously Wemby's a hell of a player, but I like Stu's physicality. I like the challenge that he presents for him. You know, his ability to slide his feet, keep him in front of him. You know, again, give him credit. He had a hell of a night tonight because he's a good player.
Like he got poked in the eye there. Were there any updates on him?
I don't know. Like, you know, he was seeing kind of, he got hit in the eye and was blurred vision. So I just didn't want to put him out there. I didn't feel comfortable putting him back in the game. If he couldn't see, you know, see straight out of that eye, just from a safety standpoint, didn't think it was the right thing to do. Thank you.
Well, J.B. Bickerstaff's post-game remarks after this one, Greg, and it was an uphill battle all night long. I mean, that first quarter is really what did these Pistons in. Victor Wembanyama doing what he does. I mean, even when he checked out, that's when the Pistons were able to get back into it a little bit in that third quarter, but he comes back in and he changes it all. His versatility, his length, it's all too much.
He's incredible, and he started it from the very beginning. I want to take you back to that first score of the game. The ball had gone out of bounds. There was 1.2 on the clock. You would think that the Pistons would have a major advantage there. They get it in bounds to Wemby. He had just enough room to hoist it and knock it down for the first three. De'Aaron Fox, I believe, came down on their very next play. He hit a three. Let's go back to the one that I just talked about. That right there, that was a portent of things to come in the quarter. They used the three-point line again. The Pistons came into this game determined to take that away, or at least to make it a lot tougher. But they used the three-point line once again as a springboard to get off to a great start, 38 points in.
As we'll show in our Buick GMC Pro Vision, I mean, Wemby, he was able to get to the line 12 times tonight. The fouls that were drawn, all 5 of JD's came in the matchup against Wemby. He had a heck of a time trying to deal with him.
Yeah, but he kept going for that pump fake.
He did.
And I'll maintain that when a guy is 7'4", you're probably not blocking his shot. So why jump at it? Why lunge? Why get out of position? He used that to full effect. There's Jalen right there. And Jalen's a better defensive player. He'll look at this very footage that we're looking at right now, and he'll improve. Next time that these two match up, I don't know, better at, inviting contact, seeking it, and getting it. It's the reason why he was able to get on the free throw line. Even Paul Reed, who is a really good defender, went for a couple of those pump fakes. The big fella owned the night. And those last few opportunities when the Pistons were trying to mount one final threat, he came in and he snuffed it out. And he did it with one play in particular where he blocked Cade's shot and then raced down the floor and got the lob on the other end. That was pretty much the end of it, I thought.
You could feel that's where the energy was sucked out of this Pistons team as soon as that happened, because the Pistons are normally the ones that are good on the break. They're the ones that are good at turning defense to offense, but Wemby took this thing over here tonight, and not just him, but the Spurs defense as a whole, I felt in this second half in our Xfinity high-speed highlights, they really turned things up, tightened it up, contested shots. I mean, you just go down the line. They played a very good game, especially in the second half.
I think so much of it, though, is, again, because of Victor Wembanyama. He's back there. He's a presence. He's like the anchor. So you got Vassell, and you've got Fox, and you've got that can cover up for him all the time. One of his best blocks was the one he caught from Ron Holland. It was goaltending, but it was pretty intimidating, I thought.
Too many good plays from him tonight. So again, the alien, the problem was a massive problem. And from what I understand, we have a little bit of breaking news right now, Greg Kelser.
What's that?
LeBron James here tonight passes Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in career field goals made.
Hey.
And we see him in a couple weeks.
Yeah, LeBron has had an incredible career, and it's not over. His name is going to be all over the record books because of his longevity, his durability, his availability. And as I said before, players like him appreciate him. He'll be gone eventually one day, and we'll just be talking about him as we remember him. But right now, in the midst of it, it's worth appreciating.
Right. One of the greats. Wow. Congrats to LeBron.
Yeah.
Again, Pistons will see him March 23rd. So Pistons and Lakers coming up. But Special K, we are going to go to Isaiah Stewart now, who did have a decent game for him. We'll hear from him when we come back. But Isaiah Stewart, one of the guys that was really trying to get